Hello everyone, in today's video I'm going to turn this old LPS playset into a pool room from the Backrooms. I'm not fully sure how I'm going to start yet, but I'm going to start somewhere and we'll see how it goes. So, let's go! I do really hope that these stickers won't leave any glue mark. That seems to be fine. Alright, let's keep going. Now to get rid of all the little glue marks that could still be on the walls, I'm going to use some hand cleansing gel, and that should help getting rid of the oh my gosh, I can't speak. And that should help getting rid of the glue. So I fully dismounted it, well not fully because there's still all the base. Almost lost a nail in the process, but this one will probably not be here anymore at the end of this video. Anyways, so now that this is dismounted, I'm going to take some measurements to make a cardboard wall in front of this and in the back. I want to make a cardboard wall in front of this because then I'm going to cover it up, but I want to keep this as the exterior wall because it's still really pretty, and I think it kind of still has a vibe of like dreamcore, backrooms, you know, so I kind of want to keep that, but everything inside is going to be covered up and molded. I'm not sure what I want to use, but I'm gonna use some air dry clay, I think, and then you'll see, because if I explain it, it's gonna take too long, so you'll just have to see. Anyways, let's keep going. So now that I've cut out and painted all the walls, we can put them in place and get started on the inside. I also left the outside part of the wall that's going to be showing through the windows, yeah, we can call them windows, because I like that. It's kind of giving that confined look when you look at it from the inside, like people put wood or something to block out the windows, so yeah. So, wall number 1 is on. I had to do it off camera because it was too hot to brush in, because there's like a tiny space, like just enough to slide the cardboard between the black lining and the wall, the actual wall. So yeah, I'm gonna do the 3-4 others and I'll see you. So, floor is done. Well, almost. We're gonna have to add all the little things, the floor texture. And then I was about to fill this in with more air dry clay. I was about to fill this in with more air dry clay, but then I thought a straw could be really nice and look like pipes, and that would be quite good. So I just tested it and the straws fit, so I'll put some straw there later. And now I'm just gonna test out that I can still put the slide here and that this isn't too high. And yeah, I think, and then we can continue. Yeah. Alright, floor is done, so I'm just gonna put it in a corner, clean up everything, and when it's dry we can get on to the next step. I can't forget that I still have the slide to paint, so I'm gonna paint that while everything else dries, but I can't decide on the colour. I was gonna make it red, but then I thought blue could also be nice. But red was the first option I was gonna go for, so now I'm gonna be thinking about what colour I'm gonna do it for a bit. Blue, red, maybe yellow. Not yellow, probably blue or red, but yeah. So I think I've decided that I'm gonna make it some kind of purpley pink. Like, I was looking at pictures of the Backrooms on Pinterest and I saw quite a lot of purpley pink slides, so I think it's gonna be purpley pink. Now this is done. Also spray painted the straws. You can still see a bit of green in there, but I go over it with some wine or something. I don't think it will be an issue. I can't speak anymore. Anyways, let's keep going. Something I was hoping wouldn't happen about the main build, and that is that the clay cracked. Obviously, I was kind of expecting it, but I was hoping it wouldn't happen. But since it's the Backrooms, it's not really much of an issue because it's just gonna add some spice to the build. Let's put it like that. And I think it can actually give a pretty cool result, so we'll work with the cracks we got. Now the next step is going to be airbrushing the floor and the walls. I would like to try to make a blue gradient going from the floor to the walls, but I'm not very good with airbrushing and my airbrush often kind of gets stuck. I'm not sure why, because I always make sure the paint is liquid enough to go through the hole. But anyways, we'll do that. But before, I need to go on a side quest and then I can get back to this. So yeah, pipe number 1 is in. Do you see how satisfying it is when it just fits in so well? Maybe I should have glued it. Let's just hope it stays in. So, I've got my blue. I mixed in a bit of aqua blue with some white, and I added a tiny bit of water to make it just a bit more liquid, so I'm sure that I don't have any issues with the paint being too thick. I really hope that's enough, but I don't think it's gonna be. Oh no. That was my bad. Alright, I think we're gonna try something else than the airbrush because it's not really going as I wanted. Yeah, no, alright. Change of plan. So, plan B is to use this kind of sponges and just sponge the paint around, like tap it around and make it look like a gradient maybe. We're gonna see how it turns out, but yeah. It's actually kind of better, actually. That was not... Okay, don't do that. So, I've done all of the tiles off camera, and I actually switched from white to grey because I thought it would look a bit better, especially with the background being white. But now we're gonna add some pipes in there with some old lollipop sticks. These are gonna be perfect. And I also did off camera, painted the edges all around in black. You can't really see that right now, but it's not really important, so yeah. And then I'm planning to add some fake grass all around on the yellow because I think it will look pretty cool. So yeah. So now, to make it look like there's still a bit of water on the floor, I'm gonna use some UV resin, except this is the small container I have, the only one I use, and there's not that much left in it, so I'm just gonna try to get a popsicle stick and slap it on the floor, and we'll see how that looks, and hopefully it looks good enough. I think we can say these are the entities that live in the back rooms. Hold on, it's not focused. There we go. Can you see? These are the entities that live in the back room, in the back rooms. Also, I didn't say I got black all over there. Oh, at least no one should say that. We'll need a wall for the back, obviously, because it's empty right now. Emptiness. It's empty, just like the back rooms. that was really bad. Sorry. Anyways, hoping it would stay smooth, but the cracks can be pretty cool. So, yep. Yeah, we're gonna start somewhere and we'll see how it goes. Like usual. Perfect. Focus, please. I mean, it could... never mind. Now, the more I look at it, the more I kind of want to do something about it. So, I'll just go over it with some more, because it feels a bit empty. I mean, as empty as the back rooms are, because there's not much in there. All to the walls. All the still live in the back rooms. Maybe I'll make a part 2 to this video.